Hello, welcome to English Story Channel. Here, you will learn English through simple stories, useful tips, and easy practice. Start your journey today, improve step by step, and enjoy learning English with us. The most effective way to learn vocabulary. Part 1. Visual associations. Learning new words in a foreign language is not always easy. Many learners try to study a new word by connecting it only with their own language. For example, they see the English word, apple, and they just say, in my language, it means. But this method is not always strong. Why? Because your brain does not only think in words. Your brain also thinks in pictures and images. When you see a picture, you remember it faster and longer. So, the most effective way to learn new vocabulary is to connect each new word with a visual association. What is a visual association? A visual association means a picture in your head. When you learn a new word, you imagine an image or you draw a small picture. This picture makes the word alive in your memory. For example, if you learn the word, mountain, do not just think about the translation in your language. Close your eyes and imagine a very tall mountain with snow on the top. Maybe you see the sun behind it. Maybe you see yourself climbing it. This strong picture will help your brain to remember the word, mountain, faster. Why is it helpful? Your brain loves pictures. You can remember images more quickly than simple letters. Think about it. When you see the face of a friend, you know who they are immediately. But if someone only says their name, sometimes you need more time to remember. Pictures are strong. So, when you connect a word with a picture, you give your brain more power to keep it. Fun and crazy pictures. Sometimes, the best pictures are not realistic. They can be funny, strange, or even crazy. The stranger the picture, the stronger the memory. For example, take the word, butterfly. You can imagine a beautiful insect with colorful wings. But you can also play with the word. Butterfly can be a piece of butter with small wings flying in the sky. This is not real, of course, but it is very funny. When you laugh at your own image, you remember the word better. Another example, the word table. You can imagine a normal table in your kitchen. Or, you can imagine a giant table in the middle of a street, with cars driving under it. This strange picture will help you remember table every time. Using pictures in daily study. When you learn new words, take a notebook. Write the word and then next to it, make a small drawing. It does not matter if you are not good at drawing. The picture is only for you. Even a very simple drawing can help your brain. You can also use flashcards. On one side, write the word. On the other side, draw a picture. For example, on one side you write dog, and on the other side you draw a small dog. When you see the picture, the word comes quickly to your mind. Practice with examples. Let's try together. Word, rain. Close your eyes. Imagine drops of water falling from the sky. Imagine the sound on the roof, and people with umbrellas. See the gray clouds. Now, every time you hear or read, rain, this picture comes to your mind. Word, sun. Imagine a big yellow sun in the sky. Maybe it is hot. Maybe you are on the beach. Feel the warm light. This simple picture helps you remember sun. Word, book. Do not just translate it. Imagine yourself opening a big book with many colorful pictures. Maybe you are sitting in a library. Now the word book feels stronger in your memory. A small exercise for you. Here is a small activity you can try today. 1. Choose 5 new English words. 2. For each word, close your eyes and make a picture in your mind. 3. If you like, draw the picture in a notebook. 4. Tomorrow, check again. You will see that you can remember the words more easily. Conclusion. Learning vocabulary is not only about connecting words to your native language. It is about making strong and colorful pictures in your mind. When you study with visual associations, words become more interesting, more fun, and easier to remember. Every time you learn a new word, stop and ask yourself, what picture can I see for this word? This simple question can change the way you study forever. So, remember, pictures are power. Use them every day, and your vocabulary will grow faster and stronger. Part 2. Emotional associations. Learning new vocabulary is not only about words and pictures. Words also have feelings. Every word can make you feel something. If you connect a word to a strong feeling, your brain will keep it longer. This is called an emotional association. It means you connect a new word with a personal memory, a strong emotion, or a special moment in your life. Why feelings are powerful. Think about your life. Do you remember every day from last year? No, you only remember the special moments. Maybe a happy birthday, a sad goodbye, or an exciting trip. Why do you remember these days? Because they were full of feelings. Happiness, sadness, excitement, love, these emotions stay in your memory. The same is true for language. If a new word has an emotion, you will never forget it. Simple example. Let's say the word is rain. You can imagine rain as a picture, yes. But you can also feel it. Imagine the smell of the wet ground, the sound of drops on the roof, or the cold water on your face. Maybe you remember a time when you walked in the rain without an umbrella. Maybe you felt happy, or maybe you felt cold and sad. That memory gives the word, rain, a strong emotional connection. Now, when you hear or read, rain, you don't only see it. You also feel it. Another example. Think about the word, lonely. If you only translate it into your language, you will forget it soon. But if you remember a night when you felt lonely, the word becomes alive. You remember the quiet room, the silence, and your feelings. That is an emotional association. It is strong because it is personal. Or let's try the word, freedom. Maybe you remember your first holiday without parents. Maybe you remember a walk on the beach, feeling free. That personal story gives the word deep meaning. When you use freedom later, you do not only know the meaning, you know the feeling. How to practice emotional associations. You can practice this method every day. Here are some simple steps. 1. Choose a new word. For example, happy. 2. Ask yourself, when did I feel this? Maybe last week, when you ate with friends. 3. Close your eyes and remember the moment. See the people, the place, the food. Feel the smile on your face. 4. Connect the memory to the word. Now, when you say, happy, your brain shows you this memory. Another way. Write a small sentence with the word and your own feeling. For example, I was happy when I got a gift from my friend. This is not just practice. This is your life in English. Using all the senses. Emotional associations are stronger when you use many senses. When you learn a word, try to ask, what does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? How does it feel on my skin? For example, the word spicy. You can see red chili peppers. You can smell them. You can feel the hot taste in your mouth. Maybe you remember a time when you ate very spicy food and your mouth was burning. This memory will make you remember the word forever. Small exercise. Let's try a little activity now. Take 3 words: angry, cold, and beautiful. For angry, remember a moment when you were angry. Maybe someone was late. Maybe you lost something. Feel your heart beating faster. That is your emotional picture. For cold, think about a winter day. Maybe your hands were freezing. Maybe you wanted hot tea. Feel the cold air again. For beautiful, remember a time you saw something amazing. Maybe a mountain, maybe a sunset, maybe a person's smile. Feel the joy again. Now you see, each word is not only a word, it is a memory. Benefits of emotional associations. You study less, but you remember more. You connect English with your real life. You can speak more naturally, because words are part of your feelings. Learning becomes fun and personal, not boring. Combining visual and emotional associations. The best way to learn vocabulary is to combine both methods. First, make a picture in your head. Second, add a feeling. For example, the word ocean. Imagine a big blue ocean. Then, remember a time you swam in the sea, or a time you felt peaceful near the water. Now the word is strong in your mind. Conclusion. Emotions are the secret key to memory. When you learn a word with a personal feeling, you never forget it. Do not only use your native language. Do not only translate. Instead, connect each new word to a memory, a feeling, or an experience. Next time you learn a new word, stop and ask yourself, what do I feel with this word? When did I feel it in my life? If you do this, every new word will stay in your heart and in your brain. So remember, feelings are power. Use them every day, and your vocabulary will not only grow faster, but also become part of your life story.